back to That Girl with Books. I'm Ria for those of you who don't know me, and I'm here with a new reading vlog. So basically this vlog is on a specific trope I will be talking about. So this trope is also one of my favorite trope, and this trope is single parent trope. Why I like most single parent trope is the reason that this trope not only includes emotional stories but also really heartbreaking and heartwarming stories at the same time. These novels include such strong couples and such strong scenes and decisions that you are really intrigued by them. It's not like they have to make decision on basis of their life. They have to make decision because a kid is involved, a child is involved, whether it's a teenager, whether it's a 2-year-old, always there a child is involved, and they cannot just give up their child or their teenage just to be with a person who promises to be there for them and don't know in future will be or will not be. Why I also like this specific trope more than any other trope is also because I'm really intrigued by a relationship where a kid is involved. It's not like they're only sweet scenes, there are also sore scenes where you have to judge a person that how he is with your kid, how is he with you, and how he is with the kid when you are not involved and only he's involved. So that's also one of the reasons why I like this trope again most. I really hope that you are gonna love these novels that I'll be talking about that come under this trope, because these are really nice novels and written by different authors, and each have a different story, and each is kind of what we say unique, and each is having a unique plot where a child is involved, but also such circumstances are involved where one has to take those decisions, whether they are tough, whether they are strong, whether they are all this fierce woman, for whether they are all this fierce father for their child or not. They have to take those decisions where they don't want to, but they have to. So I'm looking forward that you're gonna love all these novels that I'll be talking about. Very first novel I'll be talking in this trope is Anti-Boyfriend by Finophile Ward. So as I already told that it comes under the trope of single parent. The novel is about Deccan, Carrie and Sunny. So Sunny is our what we say main character of this novel. She is a 2-year-old child of Carrie. She's a single mom, and she has been this person who is neighbor with Deccan. Deccan is all handsome, charming, but he's also man bored. So when they meet for the very first time, it's when that Sunny couldn't stop crying and she's wailing, and Deccan kind of helped Carrie that at least let me handle her, let me hug her for a while. You never know that she'll stop crying, and that's what exactly happens when Deccan literally pulls her in a hug for the very first time. She actually kind of stops crying, and that's how their friendship starts. And then they start to get coffees to each other, and on the birthday of Carrie, he kind of gives her something that she has never hoped for, and that's how she's all drunk and demands this gift. And Deccan is kind of ready to give this gift. Ready is literally a short word, more eager to give this gift, and he delivers this gift, and that's how their all relationship kind of changes from that day. And now he's involved with Sunny, but soon his past come knocking at his doors, and he has to face his demons to be with Carrie and Sunny, but he kind of runs away. And that's where we see that Carrie's what we say Sunny's father, Carrie's kind of a boss or something, enters into the picture, and that's how now Deccan has to choose whether he wants to be Sunny or Carrie or not, or whether he has to be bound with his past or not. So I'll definitely recommend you to read this one. I'll give this novel 3 stars out of 5. It was worth a read, and I really hope that you're gonna adore this one. Novel is Until It Fades by K.A. Tucker. Again, it's a single parent romance. This novel is about Catherine and Barrett. So Catherine is a single mom. She is, I guess, of 20 years, and she has made a really worse decision at the age of 18 years, but she is happy with this decision because she has a 2-year-old girl now, and she saves Brett's life one day while she was going home. And Brett, we see, is kind of an impeccable and what we say a really famous kind of a hockey player. And when our heroine Catherine saves his life. He is kind of in, like, what we say, under some burden, or under this weight that she has saved my life, she is kind of a god to me, and he only wants to thank her for saving his life. But when he sees her, he is kind of in love at first sight, what we say, that she's so beautiful and she's having this daughter, but she's living this under very like depressing kind of circumstances, where her family kind of hates her according to her decisions, and she's facing all this all alone. So he kinds of a protective towards each other, and that's how their relationship starts and develops, that he wants to protect her, and but she doesn't want to get involved in his life because media is involving, and she doesn't want her daughter to face that thing, and she doesn't want her daughter to see that what her past was and what kind of a woman she was in this past, which she is not now. So I definitely recommend you to read this one. I'll give this novel 3 stars out of 5. I give this novel 3 out of 5 only because I think the kid wasn't involved too much with our hero, which it should have been, because again it's a single parents romance where our heroine has to make a decision whether he wants to be with Barrett or not, whether he wants him to be involved in his kid life or not. So it do comes under the trope of single parent, and there were scenes, but they were not that much scenes that I have seen in other novels. But again, it was worth a read, and I definitely recommend you to read this one. Next novel in this trope goes by the name of Nanny I Want to Meet. It is by Mia Kaila, again one of my favorite authors. So this novel is really funny, to be honest. It is kind of a rom-com under single parent, if we say. The novel is about Charles and Becky. So Becky is a kind of a young girl. She is, I guess, around 22 or 23, and if we talk about Charles is, I guess, 30 plus. He has 2 daughters. He's a single father. His wife has died recently, giving birth to their second daughter, and the daughters are so adorable. One is teenage and one are in her pre-teens, and her little daughter, like her younger daughter, is so cute. There were scenes when you were laughing, and there will be scenes when you will read this one where you will be literally laughing that what kind of a cute person she is, and how she is such a charmer between the 3 brothers, and how she charms her father, how she charms Becky. The novel is all about, and this also is where Becky past comes knocking at her doors, and she has to face it before she ruins the relationship with Charles and with the daughters, and somehow they get themselves kidnapped, and now Charles has to make a decision whether he wants to be with Becky or not, whether he wants to save his daughters or not, or whether he wants to include a woman in his life who is having some kind of a, what we say, bad past kind of a thing. I'll definitely recommend you to read this one. I'll give this novel 4 stars out of 5. Again, it was worth a read. Again, a rom-com kind of a thing. You'll really like this one. The next novel is The Invitation by V. Kalin. So again, this comes under the trope of single parent, and we see the novel is about Hudson and Stella. Hudson is the CEO billionaire, and he's having a daughter of 3 or 5-year-old, and we see that Stella is independent, strong, and she is one who designs or customize personal perfumes according to your smell and or according to your taste, of what we say. And we see that she's a wedding crasher with her best friend who is a gay, and when they crashes this wedding, she doesn't know that it's Hudson's sister's wedding, and she kind of pretends that she is bridesmaid or bride's best kind of a friend, and that's how Hudson catches this what we say, lie, that she's lying because he knows all of his sister's friend and she's not one of them. And this novel also comes under kind of a office romance, because then he kinds of offers this job that you have to make customized perfume for me, and in one night when he was really busy holding this meeting, that's how Stella meets his daughter for the very first time, and their interaction was so cute. and he is kind of not annoyed, what we say, but in shock that his though his daughter is a talker, but she doesn't talk to strangers, and she was so comfortable with Stella. And that's how the novel starts, and that's how their relationship builds. But soon something happens that shouldn't, and now Hudson has to make a decision whether he wants to be with Stella or not, whether he wants his daughter to be involved with Stella or not, or whether he wants his ex-wife to be involved or not. The novel is all about. I'll definitely recommend you to read this one. I'll give this novel 3 stars out of 5. The only reason I give this novel 3 out of 5 was that though it was an easygoing novel, but it was not for me that I usually read, and it was way more easy-ish, I say, under this trope. And I have read more novels under this trope that were more, what we say, worthy and more attracting than this one. And it was not like the kid was involved all of the time. It was like very few scenes, so you cannot say that it is a complete single parent romance, but it do comes under this trope. So I'll definitely recommend you to read this one. All I had for you in this video. I really hope that you're gonna love this trope as much as I do, and I really hope that I do justice to this trope and told you all the novels. I'll be recommending you more in my next vlog, so please stay tuned. Like, share, subscribe, and please press the bell icon so that you get notified whenever I post a new video. I'll also be linking my Instagram account so that you get please follow me so that you get to know what is on my TBR list, what I'm currently reading, or what are the new releases that I'll be reading soon, and what all authors I follow, or what all authors I look for to follow, and all that stuff. So again, thank you so much. Please stay at your home and stay safe.